Yo, welcome everyone to a brand new video. And today it's time for round 8 of F1 Sim Racing. We are in Q1 and I need to admit that I have been driving on the wrong pedal settings for the past 3 races I have done. So I will quickly explain. We only have a certain amount of time to set up our rigs at the venue, and that means that you need to set up your pedals, your force feedback, settings, whatever. And because I am switching with Fabrizio, my teammate, in the same rig, we have to change stuff every time. But I didn't know exactly how I set up my pedals, and I realized that it was wrong compared to what I used at home. So my dead zones were incorrect and my BRF was wrong for the past 3 races. So no excuses anymore. Our pace should be better, as this is our Q1 lap and our split is a 1 minute 4.74. And I have to say that that's pretty insane, as our final sectors were usually very quick, but now through the flat out section we turn too much and we invalidate our lap. So I didn't really try anymore. As you can see, it was still a 0.48, but that lap should have been a 0.8 at least, and that would have been top 3. So a very big mistake we made there, but we know for sure that our pace is good and it's good in session as well. So this is our final lap we are doing in Q1. Flick the wheel in again, and we lost 800s, as you can see, or 700s in the top right. So we have to improve, and now through this section is all clean. Delta stays around the same, but now you can see we're gaining a bit of time back. Still 300s down, but our delta is compared to a decent lap. I think if we match our lap, we could be through still. Obviously we aim for an improvement. Now 500s down still. You can see Joshi Do had a 5.7 split, so our delta is a 10th faster than that. Now through this left-hander, flick the wheel in again, and this time we gained a bit more time, but it's a 5.3 split only, turn in twice, and we struggled to get a good lap in now. Now back on the power, we are 300s down still, but Brandon Lee in P16 with a 0.1, Jarno with a 0.1 as well. And now through this left-hander we kept it valid, and now through the final corner we completely missed the corner, went too wide, crossed the line, and it seems like we made it finally. So that was way too tight for the pace we had. So no ideal, but we made it through finally to Q2, and this is the first lap we are doing. First run we did was on a used set of tires. Now through the final corner, across the line, and it's still P-last, unfortunately. So we need a big improvement here in order to make it through to Q3. Won't be easy, but I know my pace can be pretty good around this track. Now through after turn 1, 400s up, and that's a good improvement. I think the lap we did was a 0.1, if I remember correctly, not sure, but now through the section 601 first sector. This felt pretty good, almost 2 tenths up now. And into the first hairpin, brake late, flick the wheel in, but completely missed the corner there. So that cost us quite a bit of time, even though we still gained time. That was probably because the last time we took it worse than that. But now into the second hairpin, flick the wheel in again missed the apex and lost more time. So it's only a 4-3 split, which is the same as what we had on our banker in Q1. And now into this left-hander, that was alright, but just a bit cautious. And now through this flat out section into the fast left-hander, we can gain and lose a lot of time. Took it pretty safe, and now through the final corner, flick the wheel in on the power, across the line, and unfortunately we didn't manage to improve any positions, at least. So yeah, that was us out, and Otis on P1, so that's good, and let's get into the race. So here we are at the start, starting in P15, unfortunately not any higher, but there are 5 red lights, and away we go. And you see that we struggled a lot on the start there, so we already lose a position, and we're in P16 now, but we're gonna try and keep our line on the outside here. Lucas has a moment and blocks off Ulas there, so that's us up back to P14. So even though our start was really bad, we somehow still managed to gain a position there. So that's quite nice. And now right behind Lucas Blakely, and we have Ulas right behind us. And now usually, from what we know on this track, there was a lot of overtaking as we had to avoid Lucas there, and we got Josh up the inside, but because of the wide line, really good exit. But now in lap 11, nothing happened. Still, nothing happened, and you don't really see it often on this track, as Nicholas boxed already. Usually on this track there's a lot of overtaking, especially with fresh tires, because new tires always make a big difference on this track, as far as I know. Now in lap 15 we're still going to stay out, and we want to get fresh tires for the end of this race. I'm currently in P5, now lap 16. I'm not sure if we went to box this lap, and I think we do, as we just follow Lucas Blakely in to keep the DRS, which will make it easy for us as we park in between our mechanics right behind Lucas. And I think it was only Estvan Pukki, Joris and Joni Tormela who stayed out, and now it's Ulas Uzildrim who comes out ahead of us. I think he boxed 1 or 2 laps earlier than us, so we should have an advantage to him with the fresher tires. We're all the way back to 17, but now when everyone boxed, we are back to P14, and with a gap as well. So that's quite nice, because that means that the cars behind need to push their tires in order to get back to the train. And now in this lap, Istvan is actually back, but you can see up ahead Ulas is struggling to stay in the train, and he's losing the DRS, so that's pretty bad for us. So I was hoping that Lucas could get past, and then we can get ourselves back into it, as he missed the corner again and yeah, lost quite a bit of time. But now I have no idea why he did this. Well, I do, but it's a bit silly. He is blocking Lucas here to make the gap even bigger, as he realizes he is not going to score points this race, so he might as well ruin it for us as well. And there's obviously his teammate ahead and 2 other Red Bull cars. So now we are going up the inside, on the left-hand side, and just get past Ulas at least. But now Lucas is still with us, and Istvan is right behind us as well. What I actually thought is there's a gap up ahead, so that Lucas go first, and then we will get him back on a long straight, and then get ourselves back into the train like that. So yeah, up to P13 we go at least. And what I didn't expect is that Lucas just got ourselves back into the DRS train by himself, and I didn't really have the option or the possibility to get past him without him having DRS. But now there's Alfie Butcher up ahead, and he has a penalty and is obviously teammates with Lucas, so they're gonna try and box me in. So we're gonna try and keep it around the outside as Alfie pushes us off the track, and now into this right-hander. We try and get more traction. Now it goes slightly defensive, and then on the exit he has his car ahead of us, but we get our nose in on this triple right-hander. And now there's Istvan Pukki coming through as well. They are still side by side, but I think Alfie spans round there, as you can see. So that's us up to P12 with 3 laps to go still. And now in lap 27 there's still not much happening, even though we have much fresher tires, as Lucas made a big mistake there. And that means that Istvan has a run on us, so we go defensive. Now Istvan has the outside line, and he has a really good exit now, and also still 1 lap fresher tires. So this is not great for us, as we have to blast our entire battery now, and we are going to go defensive. But Istvan has the inside line, and he gets past us there. Yeah, just well done by him, to be fair. It was just annoying that Lucas had that incident, or that moment, and that lost us our momentum. And Istvan had a great run because of that. So somehow in this race there was barely any overtaking, even though we have 5 or 6 lap fresher tires than guys in the lead. So I'm not sure how that was possible, but yeah, unfortunately P13 again, same in Spa. It's unfortunate. We're just about out of the points. Otis Lawrence P5, not very happy he was, as he started on pole position, of course. But yeah, that was round 8 of F1 Sim Racing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.